Sumner Avenue was named after a real estate agent that lived and worked here back in 1887 for a man named George Chateau. George Chateau had bought the entire island for $200,000 back in 1887. Yeah, exactly. Just wait, there's more. So in 1887, George Chateau hired city developers that developed about a half a square mile of town. There were lot lines for heavy-duty canvas tents, like a tent city. It was $1 or $2 a night to stay in a tent. And then if you're building a store, a small tourist destination, you need a church. Over here on the right-hand side, this church went up by 1889. 1889 is non-denominational. They have services in the park. We're LA County, so in case you're wondering why we're so strict about everything, we're LA County, so we have to follow these guidelines, and our company has their own guidelines, and yada, 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 and on it goes. So until I guess June 15th, maybe everything will change. Those plants are in the museum behind glass. On the top of the plants it says Chateau Town. This is our museum. If you're here tonight, they're going to have a party for Rosie. She's turning 96. They're going to have it at the museum, and a film that they created about her at 5, if you're interested. Beautiful view here of the casino building. This casino world famous for its circular ballroom that can hold 4,000 people. Movie theaters world famous for being the only silent and talkie venue that was ever created when it was completed in May of 1920. It sold in a bank auction for $127,000. The Bannings are the highest bidders. They're an entrepreneur family. There's 3 brothers and 2 sisters. They have the Banning Company, a transportation company in Banning, California. They have a steamship company in Wilmington, California. They buy the island for $127,000. So you're looking at the original half a square mile down below the flats, and then 2.8 square miles today, and that's it. There's nowhere to go. Why? Because they created a non-for-profit called the Catalina Conservancy, and the Wrigleys. Where did the Wrigleys come into the picture? When did they buy the island? After the fire. And William Wrigley Jr., one of the richest men in the entire world from a nickel product, he buys. What does he buy? He buys the entire island and the company, the Santa Catalina Island Company, and the industry that the Bannings created here. The quarry, the mines, everything. So by 1919, he's the sole owner of everything. And his son, Philip Knight Wrigley, that lived in this house down below, this house was built in 1926. It was sold to Philip Knight Wrigley, his son, in 1927. His son was married to Helen Atwater. The Atwater was named after her on Sumner Avenue. His son put 88% of his island, his land, into a land trust for conservation in 1975. This house remains a residential, privately owned house by the Wrigleys. Allison Wrigley is a great-grandson, great-granddaughter of William Wrigley Jr. So this was her grandfather's house, Philip Knight. Top of the hill with the long white retaining wall is now a bed and breakfast. You can stay there. You can't stay here. This is Allison Wrigley married to Jeff Ruzak. This is a private residence. If you turn around and look behind you, you see the Zane Grey. There's a great view of the Zane Grey. Zane Grey wrote about 63 novels. The old is on the right, the new is on the left. It's a new Zane Grey hotel.
Oh my.
There you go.
Oh,
Well, we'll be doing it again when we go over there. And you'll be on.